Hello guys, welcome to this quick React router tutorial. I'm Shubham Prakash and I'm a front-end web developer nano degree graduate from Udacity. In this video, you'll be learning about React router, why is it important and how to implement it in your React application. Now before moving further with this lesson, there are two prerequisites which you must fulfill. The first one is you should know about the basics of React and you should know how to create a basic React application. And second, you should know how to use npm or yarn to install different packages. Now let's go ahead and see what is React router. So a router in general is something that helps you navigate between different components by changing the browser URL and modifying the browser history. It also helps you keep the UI state in sync. As we all know that the React is a popular library for building single page applications, these applications are really fast and easy to deploy and gives us a great user experience. They are very fast because they only rewrite sections of page rather than loading the entire new page from the server. So when you navigate between pages, it would also only reload that particular section rather than reloading the whole page. Now, since React focuses only on building user interface, it doesn't have a built-in solution for routing. Now here comes the React router. It is the most popular routing library for React. Now we will understand how React uses routing. So when you load the home page of a website, what happens is that your browser makes an initial request to the server. The server sends the home page as well as code for the other components, and your browser loads that component inside your view. So what will happen when you load some different page or navigate to other page? So for example, if we navigate to about page, your browser will make a request, but that request won't go to the server. Rather, React will check which page you are trying to load. Now React will do that with the help of React router, because React router will see which URL you are typing in or which URL you want to load it. Now React router will help the React to inject that component inside the browser. So what will happen when you navigate to about page, the React router will see you want to load about page, and hence it would just inject about component inside your browser. When you want to navigate to contact page, for example, the React router will see that you want contact page using the URL, and it would just inject the contact component inside the browser. In this way, your browser don't need to contact to server directly to load different pages, right? So this makes the application very fast, and it also make it very efficient, right? So now we will use npm to install React router DOM library. So to install this, you will just write this command in the terminal, and before writing this command, make sure you are in the correct user directory. So you'll say npm install -- save React router DOM. That would install the React router library. Now this library contains a lot of different components, but we will be using three basic components to implement routing in our application. We'll be using a router, link, and route component. Here a router component will keep the UI in sync with the URL. The link component will render the navigation link, and the route component will render UI depending upon the URL. Now there are three steps that you have to follow. Step 1 is importing browser router from the library and wrapping up the whole application component within this. So here we have a basic default React application that I have just created using create React app tool. This contains some basic layout, which is this, as you can see. Now let's go ahead and remove this default layout and say hello world. Alright, it's loading up hello world. Now what you will see, actually I have written three components for the home page, about page, and contact page, right? So this I will be using in this demo to demonstrate how routing works in React. Now what we will do, we will, as a first step, we will wrap the app component with the browser router component, right? So we'll just import browser router from the library that we have just installed. So we'll say import browser router as router from ract-router DOM, right? So we have imported browser router as router from ract-router DOM, and we will use this component to wrap our application component, right? So we will wrap our application component like this. Alright, so our first step is done. Now what will we doing? We will be creating links to render link, and we will be using a route component to render different component based on the URL, right? So let's go ahead and in the app component we will first import link and route component. So we'll say import link and route from ract-router DOM, right? And we will also import these three components from here so that we can use that in our application. So we will say import home from home, right? And similarly we will say import about from about, and import contact from contact. Right? So you have imported link, route, and your three basic component that you have just created right here. So what we will be doing after that, we will just first create three route for the three URL that would be, so you create route like this. You will say route, and you will say when the path is, then you will specify the path. So you'll say path slash. So you want to render home component when the URL path is slash, right? So you will render home component, right? So you will say home right here. Similarly, you will load the about component when the path is about slash about, and when the path is slash contact, we will load contact component, right? So let's see whether it's working or not. I think there is some typo here. Attempted import browser router is not exported. Alright. Alright, there is a typo here. It's browser router, not BROU. Alright, so when we are on the home page, then it's loading only this home page. And when we go to slash about, let's see what happens. Alright, it's a little strange. It's rendering about component, but along with that it's also rendering the home component. Let's see about what happens when we go to contact. Alright, so in this case also, when we go to contact page, it loads up the contact component as well as the home component. So let's see why is it happening. So we can see here how route works. It actually checks for this path, and then if it match with the URL, it would load this component into the browser. So what it's seeing here, that when you write slash contact, it's matching with this slash as well as slash contact as a whole, right? So it would just load this component for slash and this component for slash about or slash contact for contact component. So what we want to load this home component only when this exact path is matched, right? So we will say exact here. When we write exact here, it would just match with this path exactly, and if that matches exactly, then only it would load this component in the browser. So let's save and check. Now you can see when you are on home component, then it's loading home. When you are going to about component, it's loading only about, and when you are navigating to contact, it only loads up the contact component, right? So this is correct. Now what we want a navigation bar here. So we will say, let's create a statelet nav component. So we'll say const nav equals an arrow function which would just return dev with an unordered list which will have 3 list items. Now we will use this link component that we just imported from the library. We will say link. Now when we click on this link, it should change the URL to slash, right? It would be home. So what this means, when we click on home, this link would change the URL to slash, right? Similarly, when we will click on about, it would change the URL to about, and then contact. So what happens when we click on this link, it would just change the URL to the specified one, right? So it would not appear because we have not yet used that. So we will use this nav component right here, right? So you can see we have now 3 navigation link. Now when we click to about, this would go to about. When we click to contact, this would go to contact, and similarly when we click to home, it would go to home component. So this is the demonstration of how you can use routing in your React application. I hope you like this video. For more information on ract-router DOM library, you can visit the documentation page by going to reacttraining.com/react-router. You can also visit the documentation page for the React to learn more about it. Hope you like this video. Thanks a lot.